The NFL draft program is coming to MUT. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make millions of coins when the draft promo goes live in Madden Ultimate Team. As you can see, the draft program is coming out on Friday. It's the NFL Draft Pass, and there will be a special stream on Thursday, April 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Here is what you can expect from the draft program. Here is what we had last year. It was a 6-part program. The first part was rounds 5, 6, and 7. We had 99 overalls in the game. So we had 1 LTD in Shannon Sharp, 2 LTD Masters champions, whatever you want to call them, in Antonio Brown and the Cam Chancellor. And then we had 4 97 heroes. Some were from the past, some were from the present, okay? And then we had a bunch of like lower elites, as they would call them. So we had like the 95s, we had 93s, 91s, and 89. So there you go. We also did have rerolls. So there was some training rerolls for this. So we'll talk a little bit about that and how to like actually be prepared for the program towards the end of the video when I go through what to do with your coins. But it's important to know what the sets look like and what to expect before we jump into that part. So here you go. You can see all the sets that you needed. It's probably going to be very straightforward on how we normally have it, with like probably putting 2 97s in, or sorry, 3 97s in, getting the 99 master, and then going ahead and getting them back as NCAT. That's what we've had in the past. We'll probably have house rules. We'll probably have solo challenges with like those NCAT rewards, probably like 96 or 97. Hopefully they give us like items that we can actually use in sets to build some of these masters, because they will be expensive. The second part of the program came out just days later. Okay, it was from round 2 through 4, and again, it was the same layout. We had a 99 LTD, 2 99 champions masters, and then 4 heroes as well. We had a couple current players and then a couple past players within there. Okay, and then we had, again, 95s, 91s, 89s, all that fun stuff. Sets were the same, rerolls were the same. Okay, again, more challenges to expect. And then we had a huge part 3. Okay, just the night before, or the day before the draft, we had 33 brand new 99 overall players, all from the first round. Okay, so we had an LTD in Keyshawn Johnson, and then we had every single pick in the past from 1 to 32 got a card. Okay, one of the players got one. They're all 99s. They're current players, past players, all of that, okay? And then the sets were quite expensive, right? You needed 2 97s and 1 95 draft player. I feel like it's gonna be very similar. Probably need 3 97s because we get them back as NCAT. However, that's what there was. There was rerolls, so that was always good, right? And then it released. Then the draft happened. The night of the draft, you can see here, tune in, turn up, gets pick number 1 to 10. We had all these players. We had the Trevor Lawrence. All the first 10 picks went into the game that night of the draft. Okay, and to get those players, you needed 2 97 overall players and 1 95 overall draft to get number 1 pick. But then to get number 2 to 10, all you needed was 1 97 and 1 95 draft player to earn the 98 overalls. Okay, so that's what it was. There was milestones for challenges that night as well. The draft night, you could get an 89 plus nat overall player. I'm sure it's gonna be something a little bit different than that this year. Then the next day we got the rest of the first round. So the first round came out again on the 30th, and we got all the first round players, and they had their sets here as well. You can see what they required, the 11s. So they're gonna be probably like something similar to this. Don't expect them to be exactly the same as this set. It'll probably be something very similar, but with the new cards, obviously. And then we had to wait like 2 weeks for them to drop rounds 2 through 5. It came out on the 13th, so the rest of the stuff was out on the 30th of April, and then we had to wait a couple of weeks. Hopefully this year we don't have to wait that long, and they're all ready to go. But there you go. All the players were there from rounds 2 all the way to 4 and 5. There's a few players there. Now, the most important part, how do we prepare for something like this? What do we need to do? We just had a huge market crash with the Easter program, and I'm still not selling everything just yet. Okay, I'm in the works of selling some stuff. You can see my coin stack is still quite low, all right, in my standards. Sorry, we have 5 million coins, but we have a full binder full of 99s, 98s, like all the way down to like 80s. Like, we have so many items that we need to still sell. So here's what I'm doing and what I think you should do. You are going to need quite a bit of coins for this program, especially if you're planning on adding any 99s to your team, because let's face it, some of these 99s are gonna be really expensive, the best players in the game. So what I'm doing is I'm selling cards from what I've got during the Easter program, and I'm selling them if they're over 3 coins per training. If they're under 3 coins per training, I'm holding on to them and using that as training for rerolls rerolls on Friday. However, if cards are going for over their training value, say for example, let's look at this 98 Deion Sanders. Okay, we know what 98 quick sells for, currently going for 210,000. I'm gonna probably sell this card, get my coins. It's gonna be over 3 coins per. Same thing with like any of these like 97s that I have. Like this Deebo Samuel, he's going for about like almost 200,000. Yeah, 200,000 for a 97. That is over 3 coins per training, so I can sell this card. For example, this 97, JJ Watt, he's a 97, but he is only going for like 130,000 coins. I'm not going to sell that. I'm holding that. I'm holding any card that is going to be under 2.5 coins per training, and I'm holding that for the draft program. That goes for any of the cards that you have in your binder. Any of them are going for over 3 coins per training right now. I am unloading those, selling those off. Even if it's a little bit of a slow process, I'm going to start selling it because it is still important to have coins for this program, not only training. All right, training only goes so far, but coin is always king in Madden. So that's what I'm doing. That's my plan at the moment, okay, is going to be selling anything over 3 coins per training, holding anything under 3, and then we'll wait to see what the market does on Friday. Now let's talk about, should you buy training? So at the moment, as of MUTGG, training is sitting around 2.33. Okay, so it's pretty cheap still, and I think that is still worth it to grab some training. So what you should be doing is going into the auction house, looking for whatever your value is. So if you have, say for example, you have millions of coins, you can definitely look at the 94s and 95s, 96s, 99s. But if you have like a lower coin stack and you don't really want to spend too much on training, I would look at the lower overalls. There is still some like 90s, 89s, things like that. There is some value there. But for the purposes of this video, let's go through some of the training values here. What I like to do is go by these 90s to these 94s and 95s. I like to go ahead and go by like position, right? Go by position, whatever it is, and then go by newest and try to find, for example, I'm looking for 95s for about 60,000 or less. That's about 2.3, and then go through all these. If you don't know how to look for training and what the best value is, always check MUTGG. But as you can see here, 95s right now are like the cheapest training is 2.33 for 60,000 coins. 97s are not far behind with 122,000 for 97s and 99s and so on and so forth. Okay, so this will give you all the training values here and show you what the cheapest training is at the moment. I wouldn't go crazy and pick up as much training as possible. Grab a little bit, have some stuff for rerolls. We've seen the rerolls not being great the last couple programs, so always go in with caution if you are going to jump into rerolls. I'm going to go in on that because I got a lot of training for under 2 coins on the big market crash, so I could go in on these and have a lot better luck. Not even better luck, but better chance of making coins because of how cheap I got my training. And don't ever forget about some of these old sets. A lot of these old sets have some free training in them. Go through some of them. Use the spreadsheet that I have available for you to check which sets have some free training. I know the most feared were pretty solid. You were able to get like 5,000 training for free. Ultimate Kickoff wasn't too bad, and some Campus Hero stuff. So go ahead and check them all. I'm not going to go through them all in this video just because as soon as I show it off, most people are gonna see it, and then there's no free training. But there is some sets in here that have real good value on getting some free training. So in case you don't have a lot of coins, you can get some free training out of these, okay? And then next thing you want to do, go sell some stuff and make sure you have some coins ready for this program. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out my video where I open all my Easter eggs and build this amazing team right here. I'll catch you with another one very soon.